Welcome to the only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar. We're here at Sazuka for qualifying today ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Hamilton.
You didn't spend much time practicing. Are you saving your car for the main event? How's your grid penalty going to affect your strategy going into the race? Great. Well, that's everything.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
And a very warm welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix, an event that has decided a Drivers' Championship 11 times over the years and has hosted some very memorable races as well. Who can forget Kimi Raikkonen's win from 17th on the grid in 2005, or Kamui Kobayashi's incredible drive to a podium in 2012. We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at the unique figure-of-8 Sazuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with average speeds approaching 136 miles per hour. DRS will be available, of course, into the potential passing opportunity at turn 1, although the best place for overtaking will be through 130R and into the final chicane. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about De Vries. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside him P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Lando Norris, and Sainz, Stroll, Hülkenberg, Perez, and Daniel Kvyat. Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen, and Albon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Kubica, Russell, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Roman Grosjean. De Vries and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
System checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap. quick word on the tyres. They look okay for now, but we can see the wear. If you can't feel it already, then you'll certainly start too soon. Just be careful. Go, go. That was our last stop. No. Final lap of the race. Brilliant job, mate. That's a fantastic podium. Super driving, really strong pace. Very, very happy.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I have to give to De Vries. They did a great job at getting them.
I'm out, eh?
Looks like one of your rivals has also been invited to a historical event. This could be a good opportunity to play up your rivalry for the press and expand your reputation.